everyone. So I have a review for you today, and it's of Junie B. Jones' first grader Toothless Wonder. So I went to the library the other day and was on a quest for books that were easy to read and would sort of coach me through my reading slump, which has lasted for like 6 months now or something like that. So I don't know if I'm ever going to get out of it. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to have to read Junie B. Jones's and poetries for my entire life. Who knows? Anyway, that's what I'm reading lately. And so I picked up 5 volumes. This is 5 volumes. Love them, have read them all before, but I was like, you know what, I just need this. I need this in my life. This is the way it's going to go. This is how my life ends. So I decided to read Toothless Wonder, or review Toothless Wonder for you guys, because I really like the morals in this story. I know I'm going on about morals again. It just happens. It's something I really like, so it comes up a lot. Anyway, so it's about Junie B. Jones. First, I'll talk about Junie B. Jones as a character, because she's a great person. Oh my gosh, she's like grade 1 or kindergarten, depending on the book you read. And she's famous for wearing her little bows on the top of her head. Look, there's the bow right there on the top of her head. And wearing weird clothes and being really eccentric and really quirky. Saying the most bizarre things ever. Like here. They've got like this, it's kind of a weird thing that they have, but in the back of the book, they say Junie B. Jones has a lot to say about everything and everybody. And then it just talks. It just has little quotes of what she says that are like examples of her weirdness, I guess. I don't know. So here's one. On her baby brother. His name is Ollie. I love him a real lot. Except, I wish he didn't live at my actual house. From Junie B. Jones and That Meanie Jim's Birthday. Or we've got... this is a good one. Saving a seat. Saving a seat is when you zoom on the bus and you hurry up and sit down, and then you quick put your feet on the seat next to you, and after that you keep screaming the word saved, 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 and then no one even sits next to you, because who wants to sit next to a screamer? That is what I would like to know. From Junie B. Jones Loves Handsome Warren. So those are good examples of the kind of things that Junie B. Jones will come up with. She's quite an eccentric little girl. Props to Barbara Park for creating her, thinking her up, you know. Because all these lines are pretty genius. Anyway, so this particular volume of Junie B. Jones, she has a wiggly front tooth. And of course, it's like a big deal. Everyone's like, oh my god, you're the first person in room 1 to ever have a loose front tooth. So, like, everyone's like idolizing her or whatever. She's like really freaking out. She's like, what if I look like crazy Uncle Lou? Who is somebody's uncle who lost all his teeth except for one tooth and couldn't bite an apple or something, or could bite an apple, anyway, whatever. Uncle Lou. She didn't want to look like Uncle Lou. So she goes home one day. Her tooth is really wiggly. She's talking to her grandpa Frank Miller, and he does something like he puts his hand in her mouth to like feel the tooth or something. Anyway, she bites him. The tooth falls out. She freaks out. She goes like, let's see if I can find the quotes. It's hilarious. Hilarious. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I'm getting there. I ran and ran all over the house. Oh no, I shouted, oh no, my Grandpa Frank Miller knocked my tooth out, my Grandpa Frank Miller knocked my tooth out. Grandpa ran after me. No, I didn't, of course I didn't, Junie B. He said, your tooth came out when you bit down on my finger. I kept running and shouting, I look like Uncle Lou, I look like Uncle Lou, help, 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 I look like Uncle Lou. I zoomed to the front door and opened it wide. 911, 911, my tooth's knocked out, my tooth's knocked out. Anyway, so she freaks out. It's hilarious. I had a blast reading this because I was like, oh my god, I did the same thing to my sister one time. Pulled her tooth out by accident, and I think she was biting on my lunchbox and I pulled it. Anyway, so we had a big meltdown over that. Anyway, Junie B. Jones has her meltdown. She then is instructed by her parents to put her tooth under her pillow so that the tooth fairy can give her money. A concept which she's familiar with, but she's heard various rumors about this tooth fairy, quote unquote. Because, so Polly Allen Puffer is some kid, he believes that the tooth fairy is not actually a tooth fairy, rather that the tooth fairy is a tooth witch who takes your teeth and like throws them in the garbage or like eats them or does something weird with them, voodoo magic, whatever. So she doesn't want to put her tooth under the pillow. It's a big like palaver in her life, you know? Like she doesn't know what to do with this tooth. She can't put it under the pillow, but she wants the money, but she can't put it under the pillow in case the tooth witch comes, and she doesn't want a tooth witch in her room, so it's like a huge deal for her. Eventually, she is convinced by her fellow peers and her classmates that the reason the tooth fairy wants teeth is because she has a tooth collection. Not because she's doing any creepy stuff with it, just because she has a tooth collection. She wants to collect teeth. You know, just happens. People collect things. I collect books. I collect yarn. You know, some people collect coins. Some people collect... One guy in this book says he's like, I collect vacuum bags. And the doctor even says it's normal. Which was like, oh my god, it's hilarious. Anyway, and so, man, this video is so long. Why am I rambling so much? Jesus. Anyway, get on with it. So, Junie B eventually puts her tooth under the pillow. She gets money, obviously. And then the morning after, she wakes up. Her tooth is gone. And her little brother, Ollie, has this little tooth poking right through his mouth. And she comes to this conclusion, this realization. And she's like, oh, the teeth get recycled. That's what the tooth fairy is doing with them. They get recycled like Dan the soda can, or, you know, whatever they learned in school about recycling. So she's over the moon. She's really happy. She feels really awesome. Anyway, I think that's really good because recycling is the best thing ever. Reusing is best. And I love when kids get exposed to that and have a little bit more interaction with that. And it's an interesting concept for the tooth fairy to keep the idea of the tooth fairy alive. Because a lot of kids nowadays, like with the internet and whatever, probably they Google it and they're like, yeah, tooth fairy, don't know if you exist. But, you know, I think keeping that magic alive for kids is really important, so I really like this whole book. Anyway, I love Junie B. Jones. She's one of my favorite characters ever. That's all I wanted to say about her, I think, which is probably a lot more than I needed to say, because this video is freaking long. Anyway, that's all from me right now. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys!